Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're so excited you're here today because we are going to let you in on a little secret. It's all about how the smallest, teeniest habits can actually help you build an incredibly bright and wonderful financial future.
Ooh, Akira, that quote is just beautiful. I mean, imagine that feeling. But for most of us, that kind of freedom can feel like a far-off dream. Is it really possible?
It absolutely is, Hana. And here's the thing. This isn't about feeling guilty or making huge sacrifices. Not at all. It's about discovering this hidden magic that's already sitting right there in our daily routines.
Okay, let's start with something fun. Picture a small daily expense. Maybe it's a fancy coffee or a little treat. Now, what if we stopped seeing it as just a cost and started seeing it as a magical little seed? A seed that, with just a tiny bit of care, could grow into something amazing.
A money tree. I love that so much. But, when I buy that coffee, my brain is just thinking, coffee. It's not thinking about a tree. So, how do we get our brains to see that hidden potential?
That is the perfect question. And it's because our brains have these cute but kind of unhelpful little secret tunnels and shortcuts that make it really hard to see the big picture when we're dealing with small amounts of money.
Exactly. And one of the biggest ones is something called mental accounting. A super smart behavioral economist named Richard Thaler figured this out. It's like our brains create these separate little piggy banks. There's the treats piggy bank, the bills piggy bank, and the savings piggy bank. And we treat the money in each one completely differently, even though, a dollar is a dollar.
Whoa, okay, seeing it laid out like that is a total game changer. Just the coffee versus $1,825 per year. That really puts it into a whole new light.
Right? And our brains are so funny and inconsistent with this. For instance, think about this. You'd probably drive all the way across town to save $5 on a $15 calculator, right? But would you do the same to save $5 on a $125 jacket? Probably not. But the $5 is the exact same amount of money. That's your brain's mental accounting playing tricks on you. But here's where it gets really magical. Because now that we know the brain's little trick, we can learn the solution. And the solution? Well, it's like a tiny snowball made of powdered sugar rolling down a big snowy hill. It starts so small, but it just keeps picking up more and more sugar, getting bigger and faster, until it's huge. That's the power of compounding.
Wow, just look at those numbers. It's incredible. That little snowball really turns into a giant marshmallow over time, from $25,000 to over $200,000. That's actually life-changing.
And it's so cool. This isn't just a fun theory on a chart. This magic works in the real world, too. Let's look at a real-life example.
So check this out. If you had put just $10,000 into a simple S&P 500 index fund about a decade ago, by 2025, it would be worth around $30,000. And that's even after all of the market's little mood swings and ups and downs.
Okay, that's really impressive. But I have to admit, it also sounds a little complicated. For someone who isn't a finance expert, how in the world do you even start to capture that kind of growth? Where do you begin?
I am so glad you asked that, because the solution is actually wonderfully, beautifully simple. It comes from this amazing person, John C. Bogle, who founded Vanguard. And his advice was basically, don't try to find the one magic needle in the haystack. Just buy the whole haystack.
The easiest way to do that is with something called a low-cost index fund. And I love to think of it as a financial bento box. You're not just buying one thing, you get a tiny, delicious piece of hundreds of great companies all packed together. So if one little piece is having a bad day, the whole box is still stable and can grow over time.
A bento box. Oh, I love that. It makes it sound so much more fun and way less scary. And looking at these steps, yeah, this doesn't look like crazy math. It feels more like following a simple, yummy recipe.
Exactly. It's designed to be simple. But now, let's tie this all together because we need to talk about the most important part. See, growing your money isn't really about getting the biggest number in your account. The real prize, the highest prize, is something so much more valuable.
Here's the most important thing to remember. Every single dollar you save and invest is you buying back a piece of your own future. You are literally trading a little bit of money today for your time and your freedom tomorrow. The real return on your investment isn't just more dollars. It's more days where you are the one in control of your life.
Oh, okay. I get it now. It clicks. So it's not actually about the latte. It's about changing the way you see the choice.
It's not, oh, I'm giving up this treat. It's, wow, I'm investing in my future freedom. That feels so powerful.
That's it, exactly. It's about empowerment, not punishment. It's about what you gain, not what you lose. So we'll leave you with this one little thought to take with you. What beautiful future could you start growing right now, today, with the price of just a single treat?